Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. And it's Saturday, so I'm here with another slasher review as part of the TheHORROrmans Slashback Challenge series. And this week's theme is game slashers, so we're to review a slasher movie that features some sort of game, whether it be a card game, a board game, a video game, or even something sports related. So I've decided to review Billy Club. And Billy Club is a baseball themed slasher movie. So this one centers around 4 young adults, and they're basically getting back together for a 15-year anniversary. So the movie sort of takes place in that time period, but then it also flashes back 15 years prior to the main events within the movie, where they all were on the same little league baseball team. Something happened, one of their team members was bullied, and he basically seeks revenge by killing off some of the team members. So some of the remaining members that are still alive from back then decide to hold a 15-year anniversary in honor of their members, or some of the team members that were killed off when they were playing Little League Baseball. So a killer returns and basically starts targeting the remaining people from the team that are still alive and kills them off one by one. So that is pretty much the storyline to Billy Club. Now we'll move on to my thoughts. This was a pretty good rewatch. It had been quite a few years since I'd seen it, and I could remember enjoying it quite a bit. And yeah, I don't think my opinions have changed too much because I still really enjoyed this one. I do have a couple of issues with the film, which we'll get to throughout the review. But for the most part, this was really good, and I enjoyed this one quite a bit. So first we'll talk a little bit about the location, and there's really nothing much to say about the location because the locations kind of vary. But for the most part, it's sort of centered within a small rural town, I guess, and the location's fine for what it is. It kind of goes between a few different locations, like the small town. There's some scenes at a baseball field, and then there's also some stuff that takes place in a wooded area at someone's house, or a holiday home, I guess. So yeah, the locations are kind of a little bit varied, but they all work just fine for this movie. Now for the characters. I thought the characters were all really good, and considering this is more of a low budget indie slasher, the acting was really good, I thought, for the most part. The 4 main characters, so the young adults that get back together from the Little League team, were all really good. There's no horrible characters within this movie. They're all really likable, and yeah, I was pretty impressed with the characters and the acting, especially for the type of slasher that it was. Now on to the killer. The killer was certainly one of my favourite things about the movie. And I've mentioned this several times in previous reviews, but you guys know that I love killers that their outfit or their costume or disguise all centre around the theme or topic of the particular movie, and this one did exactly that. So obviously, being a baseball themed slasher, there's the killer there on the cover. So he was dressed up in a umpire's outfit, and his weapon of choice was a wooden baseball bat with nails through it and a knife blade at the end of the bat, which I really liked. The other cool thing about this is the opening kind of reminded me, or when he was creating his weapon, it reminded me of the scene where Freddy Krueger was building his gloves. So yeah, nice little throwback to that. And the weapon of choice was awesome. There's not a lot of variety in terms of weapons used throughout the movie. The main weapon of choice is the baseball bat. But again, it comes back to the whole central theme of baseball, and it worked really well. The kills, I thought, were really good. They're pretty well spread out throughout the entire film, and there's a pretty decent body count. And the kills, I wouldn't say the kills are overly spectacular. Again, because there's only one weapon used, there's not a great deal of variety. But I will say, though, the kills all look really good, and there's some really good gore effects. Some of the kills are pretty gory and bloody, so I really enjoyed the kills a lot. Now onto the couple of issues that I have with this movie, but they didn't really take anything away from my enjoyment of the film overall. I thought the reveal of the killer was a little bit generic, and I thought the ending showdown between the final character and the killer was pretty weak, to be honest. But in saying that though, that's the only two sort of slight issues that I have with the film, and as I just mentioned, it really didn't take any enjoyment away from the overall film. So all in all, I really enjoy Billy Club a lot. I don't think there's too many baseball themed slashers that I can think of, so this was really cool. I am a fan of baseball, so I really enjoyed this one a lot, especially for the sporty baseball theme. I think it worked really well, and yeah, as I said, the killer looked really cool. So if you've seen Billy Club, let me know what you think of it in the comments section below, and if you haven't, I definitely recommend this one, especially if you are looking for a sporty themed slasher, or in particular a baseball themed slasher. This one is really good. Anyway guys, that is it for this week's review. Until next Saturday when I'll be back with another one, I hope you have enjoyed my review, and thank you for watching.